Here are today's top stories, May 11, 2024. Talks about Sustainable Development Goals, also known as SDGs.
Addressing sustainable economic systems.
In a rapidly changing world, staying informed is critical. We bring you the most recent trends and stories affecting our world.
From politics to technology, culture to science, we delve into events that matter most.
Good day, Philippines! I am Irish Brisa El Picache.
And I'm Daniel Andorado.
And this is Global Sustainability News, your source for breaking news 24/7.
Tune in and stay informed, stay sustainable.
Starting off our news with our visionary views, let us hear it from Maria Criza-Joy Mababa as she talks about Sustainable Development Goals, also known as SDGs, and to share the views of students about these goals.
Good day, Philippines! Welcome to Visionary Views. The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, are a set of 17 global goals that the United Nations, composed of 193 countries, agreed to implement in 2015 as part of their 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. By 2030, the SDG aim to enhance 5 critical and crucial areas: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. The SDGs are a continuation of the 8 Millennium Development Goals, which began in the year 2000 and ended in 2015. The SDGs are a call to action for all nations, wealthy or not, to promote prosperity while safeguarding the planet. They recognize that eradicating poverty must be combined with strategies that promote economic growth and address a variety of social issues such as education, health, social protection, and job opportunities. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals are as follows. Number 1. No poverty. 2. Zero hunger. 3. Good health and well-being. 4. Quality education. 5. Gender equality. 6. Clean water and sanitation. 7. Affordable and clean energy. 8. Decent work and economic growth. 9. Industry, innovation, and infrastructure. 10. Reduce inequalities. 11. Sustainable cities and communities. 12. Responsible consumption and production. 13. Climate action. 14. Life below water. 15. Life online. 16. Peace, justice, and strong institutions. And 17. Partnership for the goals. Proceeding with our decoding segment, we conducted interviews with students unveiling their diverse views about these goals. Let's take a look at their responses through Kayreen Rotagines. Kayreen, according to the students from the 17 Sustainable Development Goals presented above, which do they think is the most achievable and why?
Criza, most of the students answered that SDG 3, good health and well-being, is the most achievable. They said that this is due to significant developments achieved in this area during the last few decades. For example, we have seen a notable increase in global life expectancy and a decrease in child mortality rates. Additionally, there have been substantial advancements in medical technology and healthcare services. Moreover, achieving good health and well-being is a basic human need that is widely recognized and supported, making it a focus of many governments and organizations around the world.
Thank you for that, Kayreen. Moving forward, what do the students think is the least achievable and why?
For that question, Criza, most of the students answered that SDG 15, Life on Land, is the least achievable. This goal strives to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, stop and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. They believe it will be difficult to achieve due to the inability to meet the 2020 targets or halting biodiversity loss, with 10 million hectares of forest lost annually from 2015 to 2020 despite worldwide efforts. Attaining this goal will require a fundamental shift in how we value and interact with our natural ecosystems, which may be difficult to do.
With this, Karen, what do the students think the citizens around the globe should address with urgency?
Riza, most of the students believe that SDG 13, climate action, should be addressed with urgency because the urgency of addressing climate change is paramount. Climate change is a global concern affecting all countries and people regardless of their level of development. The effects of climate change, such as catastrophic weather events, rising sea levels, and increasing global temperatures, pose serious risks to global ecosystems, economies, and communities. Furthermore, climate change worsens the issues associated with other SDGs. For this reason, the students think taking immediate action to address climate change and its effects is critical not just for the sustainability of our world, but also for achieving other SDGs.
Thank you for that again, Karen, as we delve further on the role of individual to help achieve these SDGs. Our other reporter, Jen Maui Silvestre, has conducted another interview of students to gauge their answers. Maui, as you talk to the students, what do they think they can do as an ordinary citizen to help achieve these sustainable development goals?
So, Priza, this is what I gathered from their answers. As ordinary citizens, they think they can contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs in various ways. To begin, they can start by educating themselves and others about the SDGs to promote awareness. According to the students, adopting sustainable lifestyle practices such as reducing waste, conserving water, and purchasing energy-efficient equipment can all have a significant influence. They can also support businesses that value sustainability and fair trade. They believe that more effective action includes participating in community projects aligned with the SDGs and advocating for policies that promote these goals. Finally, they can utilize their vote and voices to support leaders and policies that promote sustainability.
Thank you for that again, Maui. Finally, we are veering toward what collective action of the citizen is needed to fulfill the goals for sustainable development. Maui, what are the responses of the students for this?
So with that question, Krisa, the students feel that to fulfill the goals of sustainable development, we as citizens of the world should collectively embrace responsible production and consumption, reduce waste, and promote recycling. It is also critical to support policies that promote environmental conservation and the use of renewable energy resources. Raising awareness of the importance of sustainability and consequences of human activity is crucial since education also has a significant impact. They said, we can also change our habits by using less energy, cycling or taking public transit instead of driving, and supporting locally owned businesses that prioritize sustainability. So finally, because sustainable development is a global effort, fostering a sense of global community and cooperation is essential.
And that concludes our decoding segment. Thank you to our reporters, Karen Rotagines and Jen Maui Silvestre. That's all for today's Visionary Views. Again, I am Maria Crisa Joy Mababa. Stay informed, stay sustainable.
We will now delve into critical issue of sustainable economic system and the seismic shift that have reshaped our world. There was a strong impression that the global economy became a sphere of extreme uncertainty and risk during the first decade of 21st century. There was a dimension of the crisis that began in 2007, and it was not like another business cycle back. Let us have Cassandra Drake first for the report.
Thank you, Daniel. The first decade of the 21st century witnessed unprecedented turmoil in the global economy. Let's break it down. A deeper narrative emerged among the hustle and bustle of the traders and flashing screen. The first decade of the 21st century has witnessed unprecedented economic turmoil. The global economy has entered a state of tremendous uncertainty and risk. The risk that began in 2007 defied conventional business cycle setback. However, this is not just a blip. It becomes a serious breakdown, calling into question the very foundation of the modern welfare creation approach. The symptoms of the crisis felt around the globe are evident, present, and far-reaching. Collapsing financial market leaving investors bewildered. Rising unemployment causing significant hardship for the families. Deeper inequality surfaced. The middle class shrunk, resulting in a wider divide between the haves and have-not. The world struggled with excessive indebtedness, which eventually became a norm. The government found themselves unable to push through necessary reform, caught in a web of political complexities. Simultaneously, climate change loomed large. Our planet has experienced unprecedented challenges. Scarce resources essential for technological development become even scarcer, jeopardizing the growth of the economy. It was a wake-up call to the humanity. This situation was foreseen years ago by German sociologist Ulrich Beck, who coined the term risk society. According to Beck, we are living in a society that are increasingly focused on future, resulting in a concept of risk. His predictions have come true, presenting a grim picture of our global economy. With this, as we traverse through these uncertain times, the question remains, how can we foster a sustainable economic system that not only withstands such risks but also thrive? This is the dilemma that lies ahead for policymakers, economists, and societies around the world. It is apparent that we must rethink our economic system and strive for sustainability. The difficulties we face are significant, but so too the opportunity for innovation and changes. Let us build a future in which growth does not come at the expense of the planet. Again, this is Cassandra Jade. I'm Lola Cruz. Stay informed, stay sustainable.
Okay, now let us shift our focus into the intricate dance of stability that shapes our world economy. Stability is associated with words such as firmness and precision, permanence and resistance to change. It was also defined by the International Monetary Fund in 2012 as avoiding large swings in economic activity, high inflation and excessive volatility in exchange rates and financial markets. To further elaborate instability and how it affects our world economy, let us have Justin Marie Lazarte for the report.
Thank you, Irish. Today, we delve into the concept of stability, a term synonymous with firmness, permanence, and resistance to change as a crucial aspect of our global economy. In the realm of economics, stability is analog to walking a tightrope. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, define it as avoiding sharp fluctuation in economic activity, inflation, exchange rates, and financial markets. These refer to index that describe the economy in short-term categories. But what happened when the pendulum swings too far? Historically, economies have typically cycled between periods of rapid growth, characterized by rising demand, higher inflation, and a dropping unemployment, and only to be followed by depressions with several phenomena as noted by Knuth in 2009. Rewind to 1929, the year of the Great Depression. Historically, it served as a vivid reminder of what occurs when the global economy plummets in a dramatic way after a long year of post-war prosperity. Overproduction, unemployment, and shattered dreams plague nations. The key suggested by Knuth, excessive highs and lows, should be avoided at all costs. Fast forward to the global crisis in the 1970s that paved the way for new economic ideas. Enter monetarism, a theory advanced by economist Milton Friedman. What's the idea? Stability could be attained by controlling the amount of money in circulation. Meanwhile, as Friedman's theory began to dominate, global capitalism coexists with neoliberalism, which saw a significant expansion under the free market reforms of leaders such as Ronald Reagan in the United States of America and Margaret Thatcher in the United Kingdom. Despite these measures, the 1990s still witnessed more global economic earthquakes because they were not immune to economic turbulence. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 shook markets, followed by Russia's upheaval and Argentina's disaster that started in 1999. These events were not just the outcome of major political missteps, but they were also concerning due to their contagion effects across the globe. Stability remained elusive. Since 2007, nations have grappled with restoring economic stability, a challenge that remains at the forefront of international policy agendas and demonstrate the ongoing importance of this economic principle. Central banks make interest rate adjustments, government implements reforms, and economies debate, but the tightrope remains precarious. As we navigate these economic waters, remember that stability isn't a static state, it's a delicate equilibrium. Again, this is Justine Marie Lazarte. Stay informed, stay sustainable.
To conclude today's top stories, we will now turn our attention into a critical that affects us all: sustainability. It isn't just a buzzword, it is a fundamental concept that shapes our world. Sustainability considers the long-term capacity of a system to exist, not its short-term resistance to change. Another definition from Brundtland Report that deserves the label sustainability is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. To delve further about sustainability, let us have lovely Jane illustrate for the report.
Thank you, Danielle. As we gaze upon our planet from the vastness of space, we are reminded of the delicate balance that allows life to exist. Sustainability is more than just weathering the storms of the day. It is about guaranteeing the long-term survival and prosperity of our planet and its inhabitants, not just for ourselves, but also for our children and their children. The Brundtland Report of the World Commission on Environment and Development in 1987 defines sustainability as development that satisfies our current needs without jeopardizing the opportunities of future generations. It is a vision that has shaped policies and mindsets around the world. Technology has emerged as a beacon of hope, providing solutions to the sustainability conundrum. The Solos One model of the 1950s proposed that innovation was the key to overcoming the limitations of resource input. However, merely increasing the amount of resources supplied input resulted in diminishing marginal returns. We needed a breakthrough. And breakthrough we got. New ideas in technology and organization have made it feasible to break the steady state of zero growth and induce development without increasing resources. The New Growth Theory, introduced by economists Paul Romer and Robert Lucas in the 1980s, shifted attention to endogenous factors such as human capital and education. These are the engines of growth capable of propelling us beyond the classical constraints of resources. But sustainability is more than just simply economics. Historically, sustainability was a social concern in the 19th century in response to the conditions of early industrial capitalism. Today, the discussion of sustainability has evolved to encompass environmental challenges. Garrett Hardin's Tragedy of the Commons, a famous book written in 1968, brought to light the depletion of public goods by self-interested actors in a free market economy, a concept that continues to resonate in our collective consciousness. The Limits to Growth, published by the Club of Rome, further explored the intricate relationship between economic expansion and the scarcity of resources, igniting a global discourse about sustainable development. Suddenly, sustainability became more than just a buzzword. It was a global concern. Today, we witness a growing awareness that has prompted international cooperation and action, extending beyond environmental issues and resources to also address the pressing matter of overpopulation. This broadening of sustainability discourse demonstrates the complexity and interconnectedness of the challenges we confront today. As we look to the future, sustainability is more than just a policy, strategy, or a theory. It is a commitment to the enduring legacy of our planet, and it is our collective responsibility. For the sake of those who will inherit the earth, let us commit to becoming stewards of a world that can sustain us all. Again, I am Lovely Jane Illustre. Stay informed and stay sustainable.
And there you have it. Our new segment for today reported in-depth discussion about Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, Sustainable Economic System, Stability, and Sustainability. It is evident that the issue of achieving sustainability is still critical for our planet.
Always remember that the future depends on what you do today. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more views on how we can build sustainable future together. Again, I'm Dina Andorado.
And I am Irish Risa Alpicache. This is Global Sustainability News, where we bring you the most recent trends and stories affecting our world.
From politics to technology, culture to science, we delve into the events that matter the most.
Stay informed.
Stay sustainable. Have a good day ahead.
In our citizen, they think